This shirt.
Z Millennial.
You know what this is?
Is it like a brand?
Busan,
Oh, okay.
from Jimin's dad's cafe.
This is the shirt? Wait, let me see the...
That's why I don't want to take off the tag.
Wow! Oh, because it's
Yeah,
authenticity.
my friend studied abroad and she was like, I got you something.
That's very
It
sweet.
smells just like coffee. All right, let's do the intros. Let's do the intro.
I'm Malcheska.
And I'm the crusty photo card that you put on the back of your phone case that gets dirty, moldy, and soggy. Clarence Angelo. Welcome to Asian Girl Podcast. Today we'll be talking about
K-pop. K-pop.
Part 2.
K-P-A-W-P.
K-P-O-O-P. Episode 3 of Asian Girl Podcast. Shall we?
We shall. Gratata, gratata, gratata.
I'm so excited that this episode about K-pop again because, bruh, we have nothing else to talk about.
You know what I think is gonna happen?
What?
We're gonna every other episode is gonna be a K-pop.
Maybe me a year ago, I'll be like, guys, we only need to talk about things that are gonna get views. If y'all trying to make content, you gotta make content that you like making. Am I right?
So true.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like, we're talking about K-pop because we enjoy talking about it. Every Sunday, I have dinner or lunch with my family, right? And so my family, this past Sunday we had dinner with our family friends. They brought their church friends.
Okay, period.
Blah, blah, blah. So we all ate at BBQ Chicken, and on the way to BBQ Chicken, I played a song in the car. I was driving part of the family friends that we were having, right? And I was driving with the mom, and I play just randomly Dance the Night Away.
I love that
by
song.
Twice.
I love that song.
Da, 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 da. Right? She goes, can you not play this? And I was like, oh, like she hates it so bad that she really said it. Because like if I don't like a song when I'm in the car, I'm always like, whatever, like I'll get through it. It's not my car,
I'll
it's not
endure
my
it.
ox.
Yeah.
She actively said, and she's a nice woman. Like,
Yeah.
a great woman. Like actually so nice. Tita, you're the best.
Wait, what? I love Dance the Night Away.
She then stops it. And then I was like, what the hell was that? So I skip it. And so we go through lunch, whatever.
Yeah.
Then I asked my actual tita, my actual aunt. And I was like, dude, she made me skip, like,
Yeah.
this
Dance
song.
the Night.
And she goes, was it Dance the Night Away?
Oh,
And I was like-
they know?
And I was like, what
Wait, what?
is it about Dance the Night Away? Oh my god. She was telling me the story in the K-pop store, by the way, because BBQ Chicken's right next to the K-pop store. So we go into Tori, which is a K-pop store. She goes, oh my god, let me tell you what happened. So our tita, the one that skipped Dance the Night Away, she has 2 twin daughters, right? One of them's a basketball girl, one of them is a music girl. The basketball girl, the basketball daughter,
the twin.
when she was in practice, she landed on her ankle really bad. I mean, like, so bad. I saw pictures and it was like her foot was like not even up. It was like a 90-degree
She
angle.
was bent.
I know. It was. She went to go pick up her daughter, and she was like, "Let me just pick up the other daughter too." Speeding to the emergency room. The other daughter, having the best time of her life, blasts Dance the Night Away, and the mom is having an absolute panic attack because the daughter, like, she's on a ticking time bomb with this ankle, right?
Yeah.
And her daughter, she was like just turning it up,
Going 120
Got
down
it.
the highway.
and the other one.
POV, you're driving and you look behind to your daughter's. I'm fucking dead. Well, that's sad.
I know.
I love that song. That's fucking funny. That
So now Dance the Night Away.
turn that shit off.
She never wants to dance the night away again. She goes, this is only happening once.
That was good. So it's not a secret. It's not a secret that I've been listening to K-pop since I was 9. Every time I say that.
Why is that funny? That's okay.
Because
I was listening to Jason Derulo, so.
Okay, but I was listening to 5th grade, almost 6th grade. I was listening to K-pop 24/7, and my parents didn't like that. Specifically my dad, because my dad's very like religious, and so he would always called K-pop
Spawn of
worldly
devil.
music.
Worldly music?
Worldly music. And I literally had to ask, I was like, what the fuck does that mean? I was like, music of the world. So I was like, if he doesn't want me to listen to worldly music, he wants me to listen to heavenly music, Christian music.
You can do math, bro. Yeah, basic algebra. That makes sense.
And so, like, whenever I would want to listen to K-pop, I had to, like, ask my mom, who, like, didn't really give a shit.
This song's about God. It's in Korean.
I had to borrow my parents' phones because I was 10 years old. I didn't have a phone, so I had to like listen to K-pop in secret. I would be on the way to church with my Dollar Tree headphones in.
Hell yeah, those are the best.
And then my dad would be like, "What are you listening to back there?" And I was like
and little do you know you were praising BTS.
I was like, "Big Bang."
No, actually, because I look over our clips from our TXT concert, and if you cut the sound out, it looked like we were at a Hillsong United concert. It looked like we were listening to Oceans, but what were we listening to? Cat and Dog.
Anyway, I had to hide a lot of my K-pop love from my parents because they just didn't like it.
Yeah, hey, and this is not to shame Jesus.
It's
we
not.
We love Jesus.
We
love Buddha.
Every religion. It's just that my dad wanted me to listen to Christian music and I wasn't doing that. So, because my parents didn't want me to keep, like, using their phone because I ran that fucking phone bill up, they got me, I think, one of the, like, maybe the first generations of, like, mini iPads or just, like, an iPad.
Okay.
So that I could listen to music and like
read.
No, just like read. I got this iPad. I was into whatever music, and you jumped the gun. I had Wattpad downloaded. It was like I got the iPad that was like
if you download stuff, then it shows up on your parents' stuff.
No, I would be reading fan fiction until like 3 or 4 in the morning, and this was like a routine thing. I would come home, do my homework or not, and then just stay up and read fan fiction on Wattpad. Okay. So my dad is a nurse, and he would like switch shifts, and for a specific amount of time he was working like the day. He was working only the day, so then he would come home in the middle of the night. And I didn't know this. And so I was reading my Wattpad like it was like the raunchiest shit you can
like your feet are like hanging and like
my feet are in the air. So then I was so like into my book that I didn't hear him like open the door, come in. And so he walks into my room and it's just me in the dark like like, and we're staring at each other and I get caught staying up until 3 in the morning. No, he just sees me. Okay. And so then immediately he starts scolding me, whisper yelling, because everyone in the house is like sleeping. He's like, Denise, what the fuck? Before he snatched the iPad. You know what I did?
What? Close the app.
Close the app, open the Bible app.
You're kidding. That's so good. Dude, strict parents make for the sneakiest kids.
No, and then he didn't even. So I switched to the Bible app. He grabs the iPad and doesn't even like look at it. And I was like, Dad, wait! I was reading. He was reading what? Looks at the iPad, and it's open to Corinthians, whatever.
Yeah, Corinthians,
and then
whatever. Corinthians map of the soul 7.
That's good. And so then he looks and he was like, sorry, Lunga.
You're good.
And then he gives the iPad back to me, leaves, and I continue reading.
And you double tap the home button.
Yeah.
Swipe over.
Exactly.
He's in your ass.
Corinthians, whatever, and suddenly I'm backstage. It happened so fast that I was like, oh God, I hope that it's on the Bible.
I love like K-pop idols Instagram pages. I don't know if you can relate to this, but do you try to make yours kind of look like an idol's Instagram page?
I want to make it aesthetic. I want a little social media like
no.
But I know you do.
I love it. I would say mine is not like, it's not obvious that I tried to make it look like
there's people who obviously try.
My brother.
I was gonna say I'm just scared that if I try, then it's gonna look half-assed.
Yeah.
It's the Walmart version.
I think for the beginning of that, I was like, oh, this is cringe that I'm trying to make it, you know. But then my friends, like I talked to one of my friends in California, and like he really tries to make it look like that.
Does it look good?
Dude, it's fun trying to do it, so just like have fun doing it. And I was like, you're right. This makes Instagram fun. One time, so I recently was in Vegas, right? And Bora Haggis.
Yes.
BTS was in Vegas, and so they took pictures in front of the Bellagio, which is like where the Dancing Waters is. Right?
Yeah.
I went to Vegas, and of course, by natural instinct, I wanted to recreate V's, Taeyong's pictures. Of course. I also did this in Hawaii. Wait, I'm gonna put it in. I took this picture. I'll put me here. V's picture in Hawaii here. My bias is Jim.
Who is who?
Yeah. You couldn't even tell.
You can't even tell. You think you were gonna trick us and put two pictures of V?
And this is W, bro. I was actively trying to look for where they were taking this spot.
Yeah.
This picture in Vegas. And I saw these other girls looking too. No, this was months after Bora Haggis. That's like a thing. When I was in Chicago for Lala, J-Ho posted that picture on the bench on the river. I saw that spot from like the top. I was walking. There was like a line for a bench, for a seat next to water,
for a piece of wood,
literally. And I was like, oh my god, this is crazy.
I get it. I would do the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm pretty sure I have done the same thing.
Like the way that I want to take pictures with watermelons so bad. So bad. When it comes to K-pop merch, it's hard to have control.
Yes.
It's so strange.
It's difficult.
You know that this thing is gonna make you so happy, but it's like for 5 seconds. Like you open the album, you get the photo card, and it's like 5 seconds of happiness. You're like, okay, time to just raw dog the rest of my day.
Yeah, that's how they get you. Because my mentality when I walk into a K-pop store, I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna buy this little thing. But if I'm gonna buy this little thing, that I should like buy this one too, because they're like basically the same price. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm spending 2 things. I'll just buy an album.
And like we're in a society that's like low key like achievement driven or like clout driven. So like it's like such a clout thing to say I pulled this person out of my album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I opened an album just now and I got Jimin out of it. Am I gonna tell the entire population of Austin, Texas? Absolutely.
Yeah. And that's why like some photo cards I've seen go up to like $1,000.
That's fucking crazy. That should be illegal.
It was this girl who like bought like an Etsy photo card, but it was insane. It was like maybe like $200, but it's because that photo card is so rare. Because like JYP or whatever,
rare photo cards is crazy.
It's rare because they only made 50 of those photo cards.
Okay.
$200 for a little 5x5.
That's
Are you
like
fucking kidding me?
NFTs, fuck that. Photo cards.
NFTs,
PCs, bro.
Credit cards, photo cards.
Mortgage, photo cards.
I never imagined that K-pop would get this big.
Oh really?
Like, yeah.
I had a feeling. Because everything that was once weird is now cool. BTS has, oh my god, BTS has a free concert in Busan. In Busi.
It's free?
Yeah. It's free.
Are you serious?
Let's start swimming today.
We gotta start rowing.
My friend's mom, biggest army I know, been to BTS LA, been to BTS Vegas, bought tickets to Korea.
No.
Bought tickets to Korea. Deadass. She bought, when the Proof album came out, she got 4.
What about the new,
No. I mean,
she
I don't know.
She couldn't get it.
$300?
That's fucking insane. Like that
actually made me kind of sad.
It makes me sad because I'm like, why would you? Why $300 is just so insane to me.
I know, and
that's a whole ticket.
We won the $90 Proof album,
but
I don't think I would have spent. Like
I wouldn't.
I love it. I love it. I would not have spent $90 on that.
I wouldn't.
Even if I was rich. Like, the only occasion I would buy that is if I was getting it as a gift for a friend for, like, Christmas. Mm-hmm. Like, something, you know.
Yeah.
But for myself, no. $300?
Not a little.
Like,
that's very... I'm literally like...
Hype Insight's utility bill.
Yeah, that's someone's, like... Like, people make $300 in a week. But I know people are buying that shit.
I know. Is it sold out? Absolutely.
We're commenting because we're upset. We're jealous.
Let me sit back and relax.
We're like...
Let's buy it. 6,718. is how many miles I am from Korea. Recently, my feed has been covered in Korean snacks and Korean products, which makes me want to go so bad. Thankfully, this episode of Asian Glow Podcast is sponsored by Daebak Box. Daebak Box is a customized seasonal box that has all the Korean and K-pop goods that you want. Here are a few things: honey butter almond snacks, mystery Oreos. This package came in and my mom literally started eating it. I got choco cookie, and then here's where the good TXT, Thursday's Child, Suga, BT21, Stray Kids, IN, I believe this is like a car freshener, BTS Uno cards. I feel like I've been looking at these in the K-pop store for so long, and boom, you know how long I've been looking for a Subin photo card. Wait, actually, it says Bumgi on it. Cause there's two. And guys, I got a Love Yourself album, and I'm just gonna put in the clip here. I've never pulled Timon before. This makes this box worth $1 million. And guess what? It's not $1 million because Asian Glow Podcast listeners can get 5% off every purchase they make at Daebak Box with the code Clarence10. So save a little money on some snacks and goods so that you can save up for that trip to Korea. Thank you, Daebak Box, for sponsoring this episode of Asian Glow Podcast. This part of the podcast is a segment that we like to call
Asians Answer.
This is where we answer your questions that you send me on my Instagram story, but also on Spotify, which is a new feature. First question I have: based on the group that you stan, what does it say about you?
Okay, first group,
BTS.
BTS.
If you like Taeyang, slut shame.
You are a whore.
You are dirty,
No,
nasty, and I agree.
Okay, here's what I will say about going through Twitter and like seeing like all these like Taeyang stands. Every single one of them is so hot.
Yeah.
They're all
Taeyang stans
so hot.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
and what am I? A Jimin stan. Even
they're all
hotter.
so ugly. No, Jimin stands are also hot.
No, Jin biases are the funniest. I would have to say. I
think so too.
Every time I meet a
think
Jin
so
bias, they're goofy. And if you're an RM bias,
daddy issues. If you stand Yoongi, you gay. If you stand Jungkook,
understand.
you a little bit gay.
You kind of have a good head on your shoulders.
Yeah.
You're pretty balanced.
Yeah. J-Hope. If
You're talented.
then you act the fuck out.
Okay, go down the list of groups now.
Okay. Stray Kids. I automatically think
Bondage.
What?
No, Stray Kids, I think it's just like a divide.
I do think it's a divide, but
generally,
I will say Stray
you're
Kids.
also a whore.
Yeah, but I think Stray Kids stands are like super nice. Twice. Gay. Bakla.
You are good. You're gay or you're Kevin Wynn.
That's true.
Yeah.
Actually, that's really true.
aespa.
At Twice concerts, at Twice and aespa concerts, they're like,
Kevin Wins.
Let me hear you make some noise.
Yeah, it's like yeah or yeah. It's a harmony between yeah and
Wait, you do the high. Yeah.
POV. You're at a Twice concert. Yeah. Fancy.
You. 17.
Oh, they're funny.
I think.
Oh, sorry. P1 Harmony. Funny.
P1
Funniest fandom
actually
goes to P1
Actually,
Harmony.
P1 Harmony stands are so funny. In all of the TikTok comments.
Hilarious! You guys are so funny. Like, it's like Kyo doing a thirst trap, and then
like, you go to the
this
comments.
To me first, uglies. Like, oh my god! They're like fighting in the comments, but in the funniest way.
I do think every single P1 Harmony video, the comments are always consistently funny.
Like P1 Harmony.
Like if the video itself isn't funny, then I'll go to the comments and I'll be giggling it up.
What do we say about 17?
They're the most mentally stable.
You're right. Actually, that's very true.
Yeah.
Carrot.
The rest of us, I don't know. I'm not so sure.
The rest of us, dumb as bricks. Dumb as sack of rocks.
What K-pop lingo do you use in your everyday life?
I say bias for everything.
Okay, I say stan for everything.
Okay.
Like, oh my god, I stan. Yeah. We're looking at a menu and I'm like, who's your bias in this?
That's I say who's your bias to everything. Like, for example, I'm apartment hunting and we're choosing between units.
Yeah.
Right? And I go, roommate, which unit's your bias? And I didn't even say that to be funny. I was like, I was like, I just texted that.
So annoying.
Because I didn't even realize I texted that until she, like, it said, like, this person reacted with haha. Yeah, those are the lingos I use. The lingos. Ew.
The lingers.
Saying the word lingo is like saying the word hipster.
It's like saying the word jargon.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you're such a hipster. By saying hipster, you're not a hipster.
I almost said jargon in class.
Yeah.
Can you fucking believe that shit?
I think it's absolutely crazy how much importance we put on who your bias is.
That's true.
It's like a life or death situation.
That's true.
It's like, who's your bias? I don't know yet. I'm like really debating between these two.
I just found out about them yesterday.
Like, someone's like, who's your bias? And like, oh, I'm OT7, which means for the non-K-pop fans, you like them all.
Yeah.
Like all of BTS.
Yeah.
BTS is 7 people. I'm like, in my brain, I'm like, okay. You're just indecisive.
Really? That's what you think? When someone says OT7, I'm like...
intent. I know it's a great intent.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I like them all.
But then
Girl,
it's like...
No, you don't! You like them all, but you love one of them, and you want to be friends with one of them.
And you want to one of them. That's so weird. I don't think that. I think are balanced. Their health, mentally stable. I'm like, oh, they haven't been through the trenches.
They're one funny moments video away from losing their mind.
Exactly. That was a good one.
What is the difference between a bias and a bias record to you?
Wait, actually, I've heard many different variations of this.
I heard your bias is who you want to be like friends, like real close with, friends or marry, like relationship, and then your bias record is who you want to fuck on the side.
Oh, interesting. Because that's how I choose, or like that's how I choose like a bias.
That's how you choose your bias.
Yeah. Babe, they don't choose you. What the fuck?
She said it out loud. She said it out loud. She said it out loud.
You know what the most Delulu shit video I saw is someone was like, you don't choose your bias chooses you. And I was like, this is not the Hunger Games.
Yeah, whoever said that, I think you need to choose therapy. Okay, last question.
I'm dead.
Oh, I thought about this. Do you think about having your K-pop wall when you have like a guy over, like if you're to sneaky link, does that kind of like
absolutely yeah, it's like what the deciding factor is that I was like, oh my god, my room is not home, so she can't take down the wall. What do I do?
No, because if you walked into a guy's or a girl's like room and you saw that they had a K-pop wall,
as a K-pop stan,
you're right,
then I'd be like,
but as a non-K-pop
we boning
stan, oh, we doing it 5 times.
Or I'm like, we can't bone. They're in love with Jenny.
No, but as a non-K-pop stan,
then I'm like, oh, it's just like every other like boy band. But here's the thing, my wall it's a collage. It's like it's literally a shrine.
Yeah, you're right.
So if someone walks in,
one poster of Green Day isn't gonna
it's not gonna throw
but if I
off
walked in and it was like all Green Day, I'd be like, this is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But
if it was a shrine
K-pop,
of Green Day, then I'd be like,
if it was a shrine, like a wall of K-pop, I would be like, whoa.
Why is their wall better than mine? Theirs is cuter than mine.
No, you walk in, you're like, where'd you get this one?
No. I walk in, there's 10 posters on the wall. I leave and there's only 4 left. 6 of them are up my ass.
You walk. He's like, why are your legs closed? Because I'm walking out with all your posters.
You're waddling to the door because a proof album is up my asshole.
You close the door. It goes. Boop. That's where my proof album went. Once again, we talked about K-pop.
And once again,
we probably will talk about it again.
Yeah, are you
So go
kidding?
ahead and unsubscribe. But anyways, thank you guys for listening to episode 3 of Asian Girl Podcast. We are very close to 15K on YouTube. So let's get it. To all my Asians and all my non-Asians out there, here's your consensual air kiss. 1, 2, 3.
Ingat!
I was yours for the taking. Guess I needed a home.
I would watch and read POV K-pop like scenarios.
Girl, I know.
All
As
the
if the beginning of this episode wasn't you talking about that. Nurse. This is the 3rd time I'm calling.
Immediately.